Welcome to the deep dive. You sent over a really fascinating set of materials, and today, well, our mission is all about high impact knowledge, quick wins.
Exactly. We're honing in on something that gives maybe the biggest confidence boost.
Right. Sounding truly natural in English.
It's the perfect focus. You know, people often chase fluency thinking it's about thousands of new words.
Yeah, vocabulary seems like the obvious thing.
But these sources, they really highlight that the big difference often comes from nailing just a few, like really high frequency structures.
The ones that, if you get them wrong, kind of instantly signal you're still learning, even if your vocab is amazing.
Precisely. They're like little markers.
Okay, so you, listening right now, you're looking for that quick language upgrade. We've basically distilled 10 super common, simple mistakes. Mistakes that, let's be honest, trip up English speakers every single day. Think of them as grammar tripwires. You just step on them without realizing.
And they're tricky because often they're literal translations from someone's first language.
Yeah.
You know, they make sense there.
Ah, that explains a lot.
So they're easy mistakes to make, but the good news is they're also really, really easy to fix once you see the English structure.
Okay, here's the hook then. Have you ever been talking and maybe said something like, she don't like coffee?
A classic.
Or maybe, I am a Grievik. Ring any bells?
Uh-huh. Very common.
If that sounds familiar, seriously, don't worry. You are definitely not alone. Our mission today, clean these up, give your fluency and, yeah, your confidence a big instant boost.
Let's do it. Let's unpack these 10 fixes.
Okay, so we're diving into the first 5. These mostly revolve around verbs and tenses, right? The real, like, nuts and bolts.
The absolute core, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's call this segment 1, getting your tenses tuned up.
Love it. Okay, first one.
Let's start with mistake number 1. It's probably the most famous one. Subject-verb agreement, specifically in the negative.
The error being using don't when you shouldn't. For he, she, it, like she don't like coffee. We hear it all the time.
Constantly. And the fix, it really hinges on remembering that little s that English loves to stick on third-person singular verbs, present tense.
Right. She likes coffee. You need the S.
Exactly. So when you make it negative, that it basically gets absorbed by the helper verb do,
Turning it into does.
turning it into does. So if you hear someone say, the company don't pay well.
That's the error. The company is an it.
Correct. So the fix is always, she doesn't like coffee.
Yeah.
Or the company doesn't pay well. Nailing that little s or doesn't cleans things right up.
Simple. Fundamental. Okay. Mistake number 2. This one's about redundancy.
Yeah, this one's a great example. Often pops up when learners translate directly, maybe trying to express agreement. The error. I am agree.
Okay, why? Why do people stick the am in there? It feels sort of logical if you're translating, maybe.
It does, because in many languages,
Yeah.
Spanish, French, the idea of being in agreement uses the verb to be, ser or et.
Yeah.
But in English, agree is the action verb. It's doing the work itself. It doesn't need am or is or are hanging around.
So the fix is super minimal.
Delightfully minimal, yeah. Just drop the am.
Just, I agree.
Exactly, I agree. Or negative, I don't agree. Cleaner, quicker, sounds way more natural.
Okay, number 3. This is where, like you said, things get tense. Literally, talking about duration. Using since or for. The mistake is using simple present for something that's been going on, like, I am here since Monday.
Classic translation issue again. The moment you use since or for to talk about something that started back then.
And is still happening now.
Right. You absolutely have to signal that continuity. Simple present like I am just implies right now, like you just arrived.
So what tense signals that ongoing thing?
Usually it's the present perfect continuous, or sometimes just the present perfect. Basically, you need have been.
Oh,
Okay, if you've been here all week, the correction is, I have been here since Monday. It bridges the past to the present.
makes sense. So if I started a movie last night, I wouldn't say I watched this movie for 3 hours.
Nope. You'd say, I have been watching this movie for 3 hours. Or maybe I watched it for 3 hours if you finished. But if it's ongoing from the past, have been watching.
Got it. That really helps with talking about duration. Okay, number 4. Quick one, you said.
Yeah, pretty quick and very common. The double comparative.
The error is just piling on words, like saying, he is more better.
Exactly. It almost shows like a lack of confidence. The speaker knows they need something comparative.
So they grab more.
They grab more, but they forget that better already is the comparative of good. It already means more good.
So the rule is, if the adjective already has a comparative form, Better, worse, faster, taller, no more.
Precisely. Just drop the unnecessary more. The correction. He is better. Simple as that.
Okay, rounding out this first batch, mistake number 5. This involves the past tense, specifically after using did or didn't.
Mm-hmm.
The error sounds like I didn't went.
Right. And this is a hard and fast rule. You really got to wire this one in. When you use the helper verb did or didn't to show past tense.
The main verb chills out.
Uh-huh. Yeah, exactly. It reverts back to its basic form. It's infinitive without to. The did is already carrying the past tense signal for the whole clause.
So I didn't go. Go is the base form.
That's it. You wouldn't say she didn't eat lunch.
Right.
The didn't does the work. So it's she didn't eat lunch. If you forget this, it sounds like you're trying to make it past tense twice. A bit clunky.
Definitely clunky. Okay, that's a solid first 5, really hitting those core verb and tense issues.
Yeah.
All right, segment 1, cleaned up our tenses. Now let's get into those little connecting words, prepositions, and also a couple more verb form things. Mistakes 6 through 10.
Yeah, prepositions are tricky, often idiomatic. But these specific errors we're looking at, they often have clear structural reasons behind them.
Okay, mistake number 6. Using to where it doesn't belong, specifically with near, the error. She lives near to the park.
Right. In this case, near is already acting like a preposition. It connects lives straight to the park. It doesn't need that extra to.
So we just streamline it.
Just streamline it. The correction is, she lives near the park. Much smoother.
But, okay, here's where it gets a bit confusing, right? Because she lives next to the park is correct.
Absolutely. That's the key distinction.
Right.
Next to is a fixed two-word phrase. It functions as a single unit. The to is part of it.
Oh, okay.
I think of near as meaning like general closeness.
Yeah.
It can stand alone. Next to means right beside, immediate adjacency. It needs both words.
Near the park, but
Yeah.
always next to the park.
You got it. That contrast helps lock it in.
Okay, good tip. Moving to mistake number 7. This is about using the ing form, the continuous form, with certain verbs, state verbs. The error sounds okay sometimes, but it's often not quite right. I am liking this food.
Yet to fix this, we need to understand stative verbs. Basically, these are verbs describing a state, a feeling, an opinion, maybe possession. Not an action you can really start and stop on command, like running or singing.
So things like know, believe, love, hate, own.
Exactly. Like
Yeah.
love, know, believe are great examples from the sources because they describe a state that's generally true, not just happening right now. They usually stick to the simple present.
So I like this food, not I am liking.
Generally, yes, that's the standard natural way.
But hang on, I definitely hear people say things like, oh, I'm loving this pizza, or McDonald's whole thing was I'm loving it. What's going on there?
That's a great point. In very informal English or advertising or for like really strong emphasis in the moment, people do use the progressive form sometimes. It adds intensity.
Ah, okay, so it's like a stylistic choice, but not the standard rule.
Exactly. For clear, standard communication, especially if you're aiming for that natural but correct sound, stick to the simple present for state verbs. Correction. I like this food.
Got it. Default to simple present for states. Okay, mistake 8. Another preposition issue, this time with the verb explain, the error. Can you explain me?
Yeah, this is a bit like the agree mistake.
Yeah.
Explain needs two things defined. What is being explained?
And who's receiving the explanation?
Right. If you say explain me, it sounds like you want someone to analyze you.
Uh-huh. Yeah, definitely not what's usually intended.
Not usually. You're explaining the topic to the person. The information needs that destination marker too.
So you always need to me, to him, to them.
Always. The correction. Can you explain this to me? And this applies to similar verbs too, like suggest or describe when there's a recipient involved. Suggest it to me.
Excellent point. Okay, number 9. This one's about specific phrases, idioms for skill. The error, I am good in English.
Ah, yes. This is just using the wrong preposition for the standard idiom. When we talk about skill or ability at something in English,
It's always at.
it's at. You're performing well at a task or a subject.
So swap in for at, correction, I'm good at English.
Yep. And it works for any skill level. I'm terrible at dancing. She's brilliant at chess. It's a fixed phrase you just got to memorize. Good at, bad at.
Easy enough.
Yeah.
Okay, final one, mistake number 10. Back to redundancy, like with agree. This time with the verb discuss. Error. Let's discuss about it.
Oh, this one is so common. Even really advanced speakers sometimes make this slip.
Why? What's the logic?
The verb discuss already means to talk about. The about is built into the definition of discuss.
So adding about is just repeating the meaning.
Completely redundant, unnecessary.
So the fix is just cut the extra word.
Got the about. Let's discuss it, or we need to discuss the plan.
Okay.
And look, if that feels weird or too abrupt, you can always just say, let's talk about it. That's perfectly fine too.
Right.
But if you choose the verb discuss, you must drop the about.
Wow. Okay. 10 fixes down. And honestly, when you lay them out like that, they seem pretty straightforward, but they pack a huge punch in sounding more natural.
They really do. It's about cleaning up those high-frequency moments.
So before we wrap, let's try to lock these in. Quick practice round. Using examples from the sources, we'll say the sentence with a mistake.
And you, the listener, try to fix it in your head, like building muscle memory.
Exactly. Okay, first one. Fix this. He don't like tea?
The fix. He doesn't like tea. Remember that third person's logic?
Got it. Next, kill the redundancy. I am agree.
Just.
I agree.
Okay, fix the tense for duration. I am studying English since July. Needs that continuity bridge.
Yeah.
I have been studying English since July.
Right. Correct. The past tense error. I didn't want to work.
Base form after didn't. I didn't go to work.
Perfect. Fix the preposition. She lives near to the school.
Drop the extra to. She lives near the school.
And finally, fix the redundancy with discuss. Did you discuss about the merger?
No. About needed. Did you discuss the merger?
Fantastic. Seriously, nailing just those few structures makes such a difference day to day.
It really does. These aren't obscure rules. They're everyday structures.
And it leads perfectly into our final thought,
Yeah.
doesn't it?
I think so. It's this. If fixing these, 10 relatively small common errors can immediately make your English sound more natural and boost your confidence,
Yeah.
what does that suggest about maybe our or your overall approach to reaching fluency? What assumptions might be holding you back?
That's a really powerful question. We often focus so much energy on super complex grammar we rarely use, or trying to learn thousands of obscure words.
Right. We assume fluency means this vast encyclopedic knowledge.
Right.
But maybe, just maybe, true confidence in that feeling of sounding natural, maybe it relies less on having a gigantic vocabulary.
And more on just mastering these core everyday grammatical patterns, the simple stuff.
Exactly. Mastering the high-frequency basics gives your existing knowledge such a solid foundation. It lets everything else, shine through more clearly. Focus on these fundamentals, nail the simple things, and you'll find yourself speaking more confidently, not just, correctly according to some textbook rule.
That feels like the real path. Master the core, build from there.
That's the idea. It's about confident communication.